Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Sleep Sleeper series. We're just saying goodbye to Snorlax at the end of our packed portions cooking week. It's a pretty nice week. Got a lot of corn. We made a lot of meals that I don't typically make. A lot of explosion popcorn and a decent amount of tea time corn scones. Now, as for this week, I don't know why the audio went. That was weird. Oh, well, that's because the casting stopped. That's why. The casting froze. We're off to a real great start here. Let me get that going again. I have to apologize. Experiencing technical difficulties. Okay, I've got it going again. Okay, whoops, wrong screen. Off back to a rough start. Alrighty, well, we don't need to go to Greengrass because now we're at 60% again, which was my entire reasoning for going there last time, was to top that off until I get the next island goal. Which actually, as of right now, we have Lapis unlocked. I could work on Lapis a bit more. Old Gold Power Plant is still outside of our grasp for now. Snowdrop Tundra is not a bad option. Lots of rats there, which is a Pokemon that we are long-term hunting. So I think that might actually be the play right now, is to go to Snowdrop. Just to have then some area bonus rollover. Makes things a bit nicer. Well, maybe not necessarily nicer, but he'll get Cyan is topped off. Greengrass is topped off, so we can't go to... Well, we could go to either of them, and it'd be fine. Snowdrop's topped off, which means that it's split between Lapis and Top, which would bring Top to 30%, which is a nice multiple 5, which means it should be bringing this to a multiple 5 as well, which is honestly where it's convenient to be. So it'd be nice to go to one of those islands just to get things lined up like that for easier area bonus management in the future. So, I guess that gives us 3 options of Snowdrop, Cyan, or Greengrass. I really don't want to do Greengrass, but, so really that leaves us with, like, Snowdrop or Cyan, which, given the context of the sleepers, hunting rats, non-stop, I think Snowdrop is the best play for now. It also gives us a decent amount of strength this week in an off week, since I can run one of the rats, maybe 2 of the rats that we have. Until one day we eventually get to the Giga Rat. We don't have the Giga Rat, though. We just have the Gigarilla. Okay. Now, unlike on my other account, I actually remembered to switch on a Sleepers team last night on this account, so that's kind of nice. That's why we're seeing some random Pokemon that I would not normally use. And how convenient. A lot of them have Normal-type Berry. Now, Drifblim is still running just because it has some stockpile and I didn't want those to go to waste. If it spits up here, though, we can swap it off, which it did not. So we'll let it keep stockpiling until it spits up, and then I'll be swapping it off. I ran Drifblim for quite a bit of last week because of just supplementary corn. I was struggling for corn, so yeah. As for now, we'll swap back to this team, at least for now. Although I realize now they're struggling for energy. Woof. That's alright, though. We're not caring too much about strength this week, because I didn't sleep with them, so that is rough. As for the Comfey, it's getting really close to level 60. I could pump some candies into it, but I think the best play at this point is to just ride it out and let it sleep XP level until I need it. I guess I will need to put some XP into it because it's not going to be quite there off the 7 nights of sleep from this week, so I will need a little bit extra candy, but I used Candy Boost, and it's doing really, really well for that. So I'm expecting it to be at level 60 relatively soon, and can be there by next week. But as for the next week's event, I just was looking in Rainon to figure out what sort of meals work best for us, and I think our best play, honestly, for this upcoming event, we don't have the best team for, like, any of these meals. I think Limbercorn Stew is our best play, but I don't have anything for potatoes. So that makes things difficult. Makes things really difficult, because I can't imagine what I'll do for that. Because I don't think I have anything for potatoes, at least. I guess I haven't really checked. I think my Kangaskhan had an ABC list, the shiny Kangaskhan. Oh, wait, no, we do have something for potatoes. We have the Mr. Mime, don't we? I think we have a Mime that has potatoes. Yeah, AB... So, okay. I guess we could do this. Run the Mr. Mime, run the Comfey, which should be level 60 by then. Run my Leafeon and maybe the Musharna if we need some supplementary milk. We'll make Limber Corn Stew. That's the plan. I think we can pretty reliably do that. You can tell that I've prepped these sorts of things. Let's see how that ranks in Neroli's lab. So we definitely want that. We'll probably run the Cramorant just to get a little bit of extra crit bonus on there. Because, you know, why not? It also gets then more levels. Not pushing too much for strength. We'll remove this one from the team. Comfey Mime. Actually, wait, what was the last thing we needed? Comfey Mime. How much, if we set this to Curry's? It's probably gonna assume Limbercorn Stew, yeah. What are we missing most in? Failing by milk. Milk is what it's missing, so we probably want the Musharna then. Oh, wait. The Musharna for milk. No, not Pamela. The names in here just crack me up. I'm not a huge naming my Pokemon guy, so seeing a default to have names is kind of funny. And Willy would be level 60 by that point, hopefully. Get even more reliable corn if it wasn't already insane enough. Yeah, then it doesn't fail at all. Limbercorn Stew, pretty much guaranteed. I guess it does fail 0.01% of the time, according to this, but better recipe cooked most of the time. Which I think that's a good goal to have. As for strength, maybe we start putting main skill seeds into this guy, the Cramorant. That might be worth it. I have a couple main skill seeds, and I've considered it. I don't know what to do with them. I have 3 of them. But main skill seeds, I've been holding off because they are one of the most valuable resources in the game. And they're very, very limited on free-to-play, which as of right now, the Sleepers is strictly free-to-play. So it's difficult to justify, but Tasty Chance is one of the most powerful skills in the game. And as far as it seems like, I think this is going to be the best one that we're going to have for that. Cramorant having the skill level best, making it a little bit cheaper. It'll be level 5 if I use the 3 main skill seeds. If I can get it to level 25, I could maybe even use a sub-skill seed. That's even more difficult to justify because it may misfire on the skill level up, which while sub-skill seeds are more rare than... they're even more rare. Wait, this is the wrong Cramorant, isn't it? I just realized, I think that's the... No, that is... I think it's the wrong Cramorant. That seemed wrong. I felt stupid talking about that. Let's look for the right Cramorant. I have a better one. Yes, this one. Okay. I thought that seemed wrong. Yeah, the Mono one. This is the one that I was looking at. So this would actually be guaranteed to hit the skill trigger. This is the one that would actually hit the one we want for sure. Although I just realized the one that's in here is the wrong Cramorant. I'm gonna remove him and add the right one. What do you know? What do you know? Okay. Little bit of maintenance here. Skill trigger S, inventory M, help speed M, ingredient finder M, and then inventory L with a main skill up and XP gains down nature. There we go. And a mono list, level 1 main skill as of right now. So if we save that, the strength, it's showing for weekly to be not all that good, but it's alright. We're trying to level the meal, I think is one of the biggest things. And oh my gosh, Cramorant, you are not level 60. You'd be like level 25. Whoops. That's a very big difference. How much is the Tasty Chance actually making a difference? Let's see, 389k versus if I was to put the 3 main skill seeds into it. 397k? That doesn't make it seem worth it at all. What is it saying with the crits? Let's see. 25.9% total crit. 7%, 3.7 times per day. I don't know. Give me your thoughts, I guess. I'm considering what to do for next week, but it looks like I don't need really stockpile any ingredients because I'm not gonna be able to like make any of the biggest meals anyway. Because I did consider for Inferno corn keema curry, but I really have nothing for sausages or herbs. Like those, I really don't have. So, um, we're here. Let's take a look at our sleep session review. We got a day of whatever. This would be our last day at Greengrass from the Packed Portions cooking event. Lots of slumbering, it looks like, but also a lot of dozing. Yeah, dozing overtook it. Last week was all crazy using the camper bed, so... Oh, but this week, I guess last night I slept on my regular bed, so... Interesting. That explains the slumbering spike. Okay. What you got for a spawn in? Lots of new styles. A new Persian. 3-star Persian. Apologetic sleep. Don't know what the Persian's apologetic for. Is it apologetic for its days as a Meowth? Being with Team Rocket? I actually don't know the lore there. Don't criticize me too much. Ivysaur. 2-star. We do like seeing new styles. Watch, I unlock old gold with the new styles I see tonight. And then the entire talk about the area bonus just doesn't matter anymore. No other new styles over here. And nothing we can really catch aside from maybe Murkrow. I think Murkrow belongs on Sleepers Legal. Unfortunately, it's not really useful to me on the Sleepers. Like, even if it is Sleepers Legal, I don't think it's that useful to me. Okay, so what can we... Well, Meowth really isn't useful to me either. Can't really offer anything. Same with Persian. So, of all the ones that are here that are Sleepers Legal, I think the best one is Murkrow, honestly. So we'll feed that the bonus biscuit, but I don't think we're catching anything today. I think we're just letting it sit. Just gonna give it 3 pips and not bother, because I don't want it that badly. We're just gonna hold our biscuits and save it for something better. Playing a bit more conservatively today. Thank you, Neroli. We're always making serious strides around here. As for which candy to send out, I think the best play here is the Wooper, given that it has dual purpose. Either that or Heracross, but I feel like not enough people have a decent enough Heracross, and a lot of people just use Vaporeon, so... And now we're sitting here. So that is pretty much everything. If you have enjoyed the video, then be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Down in the description, we'll have a link to join the Discord. You can come join us, hang out, talk about all things Pokemon, sleep, and the like. Huge thank you to all my members. It means a lot that you guys are willing to support me in that way. If you too want to become a channel member, down below we have the join button. I have no real paid benefits for members, so don't do it if you're not financially capable of doing so and wanting to support me in that way. But it is appreciated if you want to. And go about it that way. And as always, I thank you all for watching and hope that you all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye now.